Have you ever wondered if there's more to this world than what meets the eye? What if cryptids, those creatures of myth and legend, are real and governments around the globe are hiding their existence? Yes, friends, we're talking about Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, and other beings that have long been the stuff of folklore and tall tales. But what if these tales aren't just tales? What if there's a shred of truth woven into the fabric of these legends? Imagine a world where these elusive creatures live among us, hidden in plain sight. Imagine the shockwaves such a revelation would send through our society. Governments, in their quest to maintain order, might go to great lengths to suppress this information, but why? What could be so earth-shattering that it needs to be kept under wraps? Stay tuned as we delve into the dark corners of reality and shed light on these hidden truths. Let's start with a giant in the field, both literally and figuratively. Bigfoot. A hulking figure shrouded in mystery and folklore, Bigfoot has been the subject of many a campfire story. But what if I told you that these tales could be more than just stories? That's right, we're diving into the Bigfoot files. Over the years, numerous Bigfoot sightings have been reported. From the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest to the remote wilderness of the Appalachian Mountains. Eyewitness accounts describe a bipedal beast, standing over 7 feet tall with a muscular build and covered in thick dark fur. But it's not just sightings that make up the Bigfoot files. There's physical evidence too, footprints, fur samples, even alleged photographs and video footage. But here's where things get interesting. Time and again this evidence mysteriously vanishes. Footprints get filled in, fur samples disappear from labs, and photographs go missing from archives. Coincidence? Or is there something more nefarious at play? The plot thickens when we consider the scores of witnesses who claim to have been intimidated into silence. These individuals report being visited by government officials, who sternly warn them against speaking about their encounters. Some even allege that their lives were threatened. It seems that there's a concerted effort to keep the Bigfoot files under wraps. But why? What could the government possibly gain by covering up the existence of Bigfoot? Some speculate it's to prevent mass hysteria, while others suggest it's part of a larger agenda to control information and maintain power. Or perhaps it's something else entirely, something we can't even begin to comprehend. So we're left with a tantalizing mystery, a creature that has eluded capture for decades, sightings and evidence that vanish without a trace, and a government that appears to be going to great lengths to keep it all hidden. So, is Bigfoot real, and is the government hiding its existence? You decide. From the forests of North America, we move to the tranquil waters of Scotland, the Loch Ness Monster, an enduring mystery. Our journey takes us to the murky depths of Loch Ness, a large, deep body of water in the Scottish Highlands. Here lies an enigma that has captivated the world for centuries, the Loch Ness Monster, affectionately known as Nessie. Sightings of this elusive creature date back to the 6th century, and yet, despite countless investigations, Nessie remains an elusive figure, just out of reach of definitive proof. Eyewitness accounts often describe Nessie as a large creature with a long neck and one or more humps protruding from the water. Some believe she is a relic from the time of the dinosaurs, perhaps a plesiosaur that has somehow survived in the depths of the loch. Others propose that Nessie is a misidentified animal, such as an eel or a seal, but there are those who think something more sinister is at play. Could the lack of concrete evidence be due to a government cover-up? Some suggest that the countless photographs and sonar readings that claim to show Nessie are manipulated or even completely fabricated by government agencies keen to keep the truth hidden. Take, for instance, the infamous surgeon's photograph taken in 1934, long believed to be the most convincing evidence of Nessie's existence. In the 90s, it was revealed to be a hoax. But was this revelation a genuine confession, or another layer of misinformation designed to cast doubt and keep the truth submerged? Then there are the silenced witnesses, individuals who claim to have had close encounters with Nessie, only to have their accounts dismissed or worse, suppressed. These stories, often whispered in hushed tones, suggest a concerted effort to keep the reality of Nessie a secret. Is Nessie a myth, a mistaken identity, or a carefully hidden truth? The answer may lie beneath the surface of Loch Ness, but for now, the mystery endures. A symbol of the unknown that continues to captivate and intrigue us. Our next case takes us to the small town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the home of the Mothman. The year was 1966, when the first sighting of this ominous creature occurred. The Mothman, as it came to be known, was described as a large winged entity with glowing red eyes. It was said to move with an unnatural speed, and its appearance was often followed by a sense of dread and impending doom. But the story doesn't end there. In the following year, the Silver Bridge, a key landmark of Point Pleasant, tragically collapsed. This disaster resulted in the loss of 46 lives. Strangely enough, sightings of the Mothman abruptly ceased after this tragic event. It was as if the creature had completed its mission and then vanished without a trace. The collapse of the Silver Bridge was officially blamed on a structural defect. However, some locals and conspiracy theorists believe there's more to the story than meets the eye. They claim that the government was quick to remove the wreckage and suppress certain details about the collapse. It was as if they were trying to hide something possibly linked to the Mothman. What's more intriguing is that some witnesses reported seeing men in black suits, allegedly government agents, visiting the town shortly after the bridge collapse. These men were said to be asking strange questions about the Mothman and discouraging locals from speaking about the creature. This led to further speculation about an alleged government cover-up. So what's the truth behind the Mothman and the Silver Bridge collapse? Are they just coincidences, or is there a more sinister connection? Was the government really involved in a cover-up, or are these just theories spun by overactive imaginations? Regardless of what the truth may be, the legend of the Mothman continues to endure, captivating the minds of those who dare to delve into the world of the unknown. It's a chilling reminder that there are still mysteries out there waiting to be solved. Was the Mothman merely a harbinger of disaster, or something far more sinister? These are just a few examples of the many cryptids that are said to roam our world. The Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, these legendary creatures cloaked in mystery, have intrigued us for centuries. But what if these aren't mere tales spun by imaginative minds? What if these creatures truly exist, and their existence is being deliberately concealed from us? Let's delve deeper into this labyrinth of secrecy. What are the possible implications of these alleged government cover-ups? Could it be that these entities pose a threat we're being shielded from? Or is it that these cover-ups are a safeguard for the authorities themselves? Imagine a world where Bigfoot isn't a myth but a living, breathing creature. The ripple effect of such a revelation would be monumental. It would challenge our understanding of evolution, of biology, and of the world as we know it. It could induce panic or perhaps spark an unprecedented scientific revolution. Is it then a protective measure to maintain public order? Or consider this. These cryptids, if proven to be real, could hold secrets to biological adaptations, to survival, secrets that could be exploited. The potential for misuse is immense. Could it be that their existence is being veiled to prevent such exploitation? Then there's the other side of the coin. Unveiling these creatures could be a threat to the credibility of the authorities themselves. It could raise questions about the extent and nature of the information being withheld from the public. It could trigger a distrust in the system, shaking the very foundations of societal order. In this game of shadows, we're left grasping at straws, trying to piece together a puzzle that's missing half its pieces. The allure of the unknown, the thrill of the chase, keeps us hooked. But the question remains, are we chasing shadows, or are we on the brink of a paradigm shift? The truth may be out there, but will we ever be allowed to see it? From Bigfoot to Nessie, from the Mothman to countless others, the world is full of mysteries that defy explanation. We've taken an intriguing journey today, venturing into the shadowy realms where cryptids roam and government cover-ups are suspected. Take for instance the rumor that JFK wanted to start space program as a diversion to hide the existence of cryptids. It's a tantalizing theory that adds yet another layer to our expedition into the unknown. We've delved into the Bigfoot files, unraveled the Loch Ness secrets, and pondered over the Mothman prophecies. And throughout we've glimpsed a bigger picture, a world that might be far more complex and enigmatic than we ever imagined. But our exploration doesn't end here. Far from it. These stories, these suspicions, they invite us to question, to probe, to seek out our own answers. Because in the end, it's not about accepting the world as it's presented to us, but about daring to peek behind the curtain, to challenge the status quo, to keep our minds open and our curiosity alive. Remember, the world isn't always as it seems. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and perhaps one day we'll uncover the truth.